How often should you train to maximize muscle growth? If you've looked at this before, you'll realize that everyone's kind of saying different things. So in this video, we did all the research so you don't have to. There's some sources in the description if you want to do some further research. So this video will be comprised of looking at a few studies as well as my own experience and experience of some training partners. So what's up, it's Isaac. And if you're new here, this channel is all about getting you the best results possible in the gym through optimizing your health, your hormones, and your training routine. So if that's something you're looking to improve on, consider subscribing. First thing we're gonna look at is what all the evidence says. What the evidence says is that clearly training your muscle groups twice per week is much more beneficial than training them once per week. No, really? Thanks, I didn't see that one coming. So for example, hitting chest twice per week or legs or whatever is better than just hitting it once a week. It also indicates that hitting training frequencies higher than twice a week is actually good for your hypertrophy. So does this mean you can train arms 5 days a week? Well, I wish, and so do you, but unfortunately that's not quite how it works. So recent research has indicated a dose-response relationship between higher frequencies and hypertrophy, meaning that the more volume you do without exceeding your capacity to recover, the more gains you will get ipso facto. Another thing we're going to look at is muscle protein synthesis. Muscle protein synthesis is the process in which your body breaks down proteins in order to build muscle. And your muscle protein synthesis is elevated for up to 48 hours post-workout when you hit a muscle group. So knowing this, obviously keeping your muscle protein synthesis levels elevated for longer would make sense in order to grow more. You don't have to do that many sets in order to see an elevation in your muscle protein synthesis. So what does this all mean? Well, this explains some of the theory behind why training at higher frequencies will actually yield better hypertrophy or gains. We like to call them gains because we try and keep it simple on this channel. But for you science nerds out there, I'm gonna call it hypertrophy. What is it? So that means I just drill my arms every day, twice a day. Well, we're gonna actually look at some possible negatives of training at higher frequencies. And the biggest one is central nervous system burnout, or for short, some people in the lifting community will call it CNS burnout. When you work out, you're taxing your central nervous system. And without allowing your central nervous system to fully recover, you can burn it out. Symptoms when it comes to your central nervous system burnout can include fatigue, decreased performance in the gym. You might get exertion headaches in the back of your head. And that's when you might want to ease it back a little. If you can train as frequently as possible without burning out your central nervous system, that's how you're going to see the maximum amount of growth. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over some practical recommendations of how to take this fucking light turned off. Practical recommendations on how to take this information and apply it to your current training routine. You're basically running a bro split right now, which is fine, right? We're doing chest Monday, back Tuesday, legs Wednesday, shoulders Thursday, and arms Friday, right? Got to get that pump for the gym. Got to get that pump for the club, obviously. But what we're going to do is we're basically going to take your Monday and we're going to change it into a power upper day. Then on Tuesday, right, we're going to hit lower body for strength, right? Wednesday is going to be back and shoulders for hypertrophy, right? We're going to increase the rep ranges a little bit. Thursday is going to be chest and arms for hypertrophy. And then Friday, we're going to be looking at a hypertrophy legs day. And basically what this is going to allow you to do is hit your muscle groups, each individual one, twice per week. Whereas before you were hitting them once per week. While we're still hitting them good enough to keep your muscle protein synthesis elevated. I thought I'd add this part at the end. Just eating a quinoa salad. I don't eat this healthy all the time, so don't judge me. But essentially, what the next video is going to be on is proper training intensity. So now we know how often we should train. What we're going to look at is whether or not we should take our sets to failure and proper, essentially, intensity during our workouts to yield the best results. Anyway, Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. And I'm not looking at the lens, I'm looking at the f***ing things.